Aloha, it's me again. So we are on we're on day 8 after session 2, and I haven't done a video since day 4 of session 1. So, and I go in every 2 weeks. So I think that was mid-September. We're now on the, oh gosh, is it the 3rd of October? No, it's not. It's the 4th of October. No, it's not. It's got to be the 5th because... okay, 4th of October. So, 4th of October today. On the 30th of... I might just start by saying, just because it's on the forefront of my mind, I'll have a lot to say today. But on the 30th of September, my hair started coming out. So that's interesting. So a bit like when if you're in the bath and then you usually pull your hands through your you put your hands through your hair and then a bit comes out. It was just quite a bit more than normal, and every time I did it. So there we go. So it's not massively noticeable at the moment, is it? So I have put mousse in, and I've put hairspray, and I've made my hair bigger. So yeah, that's fine. So that's the hair situation. It is starting to happen. So I think I began chemotherapy for the very first time on Monday the 13th of September, and we're on the 4th of October, and I started losing my hair on the 30th of September. So there we go, that's that. Oh, lots has happened since. It's all good so far. It's all good. It's nothing I can't cope with. It's nothing, you wouldn't want to go through chemotherapy. You don't want to have cancer, that's that. But at the moment, all the little trials and tribulations, all the little hiccups I've had are all quite normal, and they're part of the trial and error part that happens when you have chemotherapy. So, the doctors have a plan for you. They sort of go, oh, you've sort of got this, and we think we can treat it like this, and then it's up to you and your body. It must depend on so many different factors as to how well you cope with different situations. So at the end of the first week of the first session, I got terrible constipation. It was like wanting to give birth, but from your backside, and that wasn't pleasant. And I kept saying to people, well, that might be hard to deal with if you had breast cancer, but when you've got a tumour up your bum, that is not very pleasant. So there we go. But I got it resolved, so it's fine. All you have to do is tell people, and they help you. We are so fortunate. I can't say this enough. I am so fortunate to be in the UK. I've won the lottery of life in terms of being in the UK and being helped. I'm really fortunate to say I've got wonderful friends and family around me supporting me. The support has been absolutely incredible, very humbling. I've had chemo packages in the post, letters of well wishes, messages on Facebook, etc., and everyone's been amazing. But equally, so have the NHS. You can't knock the NHS. They have been absolutely superb. I'm also fortunate enough that I live in Oxfordshire, Buckinghamshire area. So not only do I live in the UK and I have a great network around me with friends and family, I've got a great network with the NHS and the support. I can't knock them. I know you do feel a bit like you're on a conveyor belt when you've got cancer, because as the statistics will now show in 2021, 1 in every 2 people can have cancer. So I haven't at any point said, why me? Because why not me? You know, it could be any of us. And if it doesn't affect you actually having cancer, it affects your friends and family because you're going through it. But we are very lucky to be in the UK and have the help here. If I lived in America, I don't know how I would cope and whether I'd be able to afford it. If I lived in, God forbid, any other country around the world, they're all beautiful countries, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking any country, but the help is very different, and you can get left behind very easily. I am not getting left behind right now, despite the fact that well, not despite anything, I'm not getting left behind. They are looking after me, it's all good. I might just add that at the start of all of this, I had a slightly different prognosis to them, what I might have now. So I'm dealing with, at the moment, I'm dealing with the concept of that this might be, that my cancer might have developed further than we initially anticipated. May or may not. We're still in limbo. It's looking very likely that it has spread to my liver. So it's looking very likely that I'm just about to begin my cancer journey and begin it at stage 4, which is quite daunting, quite scary, and also you have to think realistically that I might not actually survive this. I really hope I do. I hope medicine has come on leaps and bounds. I'm going to obviously do everything in my power to prolong my life for as long as possible and do everything necessary to be here as long as possible and try and survive this. I definitely am. But the likelihood is that I probably won't, you know. I spoke to a friend of mine recently, I won't mention any names, but just put into perspective that person had a form of bowel cancer, and they had been diagnosed with sort of a T3 tumour and some nodes around it, but it was a normal type of bowel cancer. and they reckoned that his had grown for nearly 10 years, and it had taken 10 years to get to a point where he was at a T3 tumour with nodes around it, but it hadn't spread anywhere. If mine has actually spread to the liver, it's taken 2 years to get to that point because I've got signet ring cell carcinoma, and that just goes to show that mine is growing way too quickly and much quicker than everyone else's. Next Monday, so we're on Monday now, next Monday I go in for my 3rd session of chemo, and after that I will have a further MRI scan, and that will see whether the chemotherapy I've had so far has shrunk it or defunct the cancer or is just doing anything to help whatsoever, and that would be a big deal, I guess, that day. Mentally I seem absolutely fine with it all at the moment. I seem to be coping, so long may that continue. But it's still a daunting prospect, isn't it, that you've got to potentially face your mortality and how long you might have left. When I had a chat with my oncologist recently, she said that most people at this stage, something like 40% of people will survive from this point. Well, I think it all depends on what kind of cancer you have and who you are. I mean, I've got a great positive attitude. I'm sure it will get me through to the end regardless. I don't think it's going to necessarily mean that it saves my life because I just happen to have a really rare aggressive cancer, and that's just life, isn't it? C'est la vie. But I do feel lucky that I will have a chance to say goodbye to people. I'll have a chance to live my life, hopefully. My big thing at the moment is the fact that, as I said, it is the 4th of October. Sorry, I keep checking with David. 4th of October. We're also still in the still got coronavirus going on, and nearly everyone I know has had it at some point, and my oncologist has made it perfectly clear that I need to stay away from anyone with COVID or colds or flu or bugs or anything, because that could wipe me out. So I'm a bit paranoid about that, and knowing full well that I might not live a long time, I want to see everyone, but for now I have to keep myself safe. So my plan right now is to keep myself safe until we've had, till I potentially had gone through surgery and all of that, and then I can enjoy the rest of my life. That's the plan. And what I'd like to do is get a camper van and do a camper cancer convoy, and go around the UK and Europe, and and have a lovely time. I think that's all I can think of saying for now. So I'll do some more videos when I can think of other things to say. But for now, go and enjoy your lives. Don't worry about small little insignificant problems, because I can assure you, when you're facing the prospect of having a life-limiting illness, then little things, it means nothing. Go enjoy your friends and family. Get rid of anything that's upsetting you, stressing you out. De-stress and go and enjoy your life. Okay, life's for living, and life's for enjoying. And while you're there, make sure you help someone on your every day. Go help someone. That'll make you feel better. And give someone a hug and smile at someone, and all these things will make a difference to your life, I promise. All right, take care. Speak soon. Bye.